Hi guys, I'm so delighted to invite you to join my Facebook community. I'll be launching on January the 2nd, so it will be there to support you through 2018. Now, I want to share a little bit about me and why I started this community. Now, it was about 2.5, 3 years ago now. I was sitting at the back of the room and I was listening to some training. And during the training, one of the things that the facilitator said that really stuck with me, and in fact, it's actually influenced me a great deal in my career. What he said was, we all have the same resources available to us. And what we do with that is our choice. And knowing that we all have the same resources and knowing that there are some people that are extremely successful and some people that aren't, doesn't that kind of mean that you're selling yourself short if you're not being your best version of you? And that statement really kind of hit home for me. At that time, I really knew that I had more and I could do more. And I kind of played the excuses that I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. I've done as much as I possibly can, and that's just the way that goes. But the truth of it was that I hadn't really looked for an answer. I just knew within that I had more. And I knew within that I was selling myself short by not taking on bigger commitments and doing those things that make me feel like really uncomfortable. So at that point, it really had me see that I can't do this anymore. I could keep going down that path of playing safe and being really uncomfortable and feeling really annoyed with myself when I'm not doing things that I know that I'm capable of. But once you see it, you kind of can't unsee it. And for a few months there, I just kept going, doing the same thing that I was always doing the mundane. And then I started to see that I really can't do this anymore. I really just can't. I can't keep living this lie to myself. And not only the lie to myself, but to the people around me. I was coming home angry and annoyed and shitty because I wasn't really living my true purpose. I wasn't living what I was capable of. And at that point, it was if not now, then when? If I don't start to take a change, if I don't start to make a change now, then I never will. I'll just keep going through life, living the lie, and eventually it will just become numb and it will just be normal. And that to me made me even more sick. I didn't want to do that. And because of that feeling or knowing that that's what it could look like, I could just go through the rest of my career or the rest of my life doing this and feeling this way. That just wasn't gonna cut it for me anymore. So I decided at that point that I was going to understand what was possible or take on bigger commitments within the organization and get over my limitations of what I thought was possible for the executive assistant role. And I started taking on bigger commitments. I transitioned into more of an organizational business partner. So at that point, I was working very closely with the senior executive team and taking on far bigger commitments than I ever have ever in my life, and feeling really uncomfortable every time I said yes. But I started saying yes and working out how. And of course, only if it was working me towards my end goal. I started to have a plan in place. Where do I want to head to? Where do I see myself in 5 years' time, which I'd never really contemplated before? And all of these things started to really shape where I am now. And I've created this group because for me, it's so important to have a community of like minded people. And that was something I certainly didn't have. And not only that, but what I also see is really important and something that was missing for me was having resources to get me to where I needed to go. There are so many platforms out there for executive assistants when it comes to training, but a lot of them are in the sense of the mundane, doing the day-to-day jobs. And there's not so much when it comes to high quality leadership, mindset, and developing who you are or who you need to be. That or taking on higher chunks, so understanding the higher purpose of why you're doing what you're doing. There's nothing really on the market that provides that. Certainly when I was in this state, that was something that I really saw was missing. So I've created this group to be able to provide or give back all the resources and all the things that I've learned over the years that got me to being an organizational business partner. I want to give back to you. And that's what this group is all about. It's all about coming together, learning from one another. I'll be doing monthly training on a particular topic. There'll be a whole bunch of topics that I'll be choosing, and and of course this group is for you. So I'd love for you to let me know something that you'd like me to do a training session on, and I'll be happy to run that if it's congruent with our message. And I'll also be doing live pop-ups every so often on topics. I'll be doing live Facebook live questions and answers. So any questions that you might have that I might be able to help you with, I'll be doing that. There will also be a whole bunch of motivational comments and topics that I'll be posting on a daily basis. And really, the whole purpose of the community or the group is to set yourself up to win and to set yourself up to have 2018 be the best year and beyond 2018 to be the best year yet, the best year ever, really. And I trust that this will give you a foundation for that. Now, you also have exclusive access to mentoring with me. Now, it will be in the group. The mentoring will be in the group forum, and I'll be there as a resource. So it's a no-brainer. Now I'm doing a special offer for January. So the launch is in January. So if you register in December, you will get the subscription at the set price, and then it does go up in January. So I'd love to have as many people sign up and enjoy this phenomenal community of like-minded people who are really about making a difference in their career and no longer settling for the ordinary and really challenging themselves. So can't wait to see you all on the other side. Thanks, guys.